Hey friends, Teacher Kayla here, and today I have something fun planned for you. Like always, I guess, right? But today we are learning about the news, okay? So we are going to look at a news lesson. We're going to read it together, do some activities with it, learn some new vocabulary, and I'll ask a few questions and give you some sample answers. You are welcome to answer some of these questions. Just leave a comment down below. I will have a live class like this in the future. I'm planning a few things, but for now, I would love for you to follow along with this and leave some comments down below. All right, are you ready to get started? Let's go. Hey again. So here we are on the Ingu website, which I suggest if you've never used it before. It has daily news articles and tons of practice for all different levels. It starts about intermediate, but you can find tons of great news articles that you should be able to follow along with. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today is we are going to find a news article that we like, which maybe not everyone's going to like the one I choose, but I thought it would be fun. And if there is another one here that you see that you would like me to do, I know my head's in the way a little bit here, but if there's another one that you would like to do, let me know. Maybe we can do it in the future. So you can also follow along. I'll put a link down below in the description so you can follow along with this activity as well on your own screen if that helps. Also, please leave a comment if this is something that you would like to see live. I am planning to do something like this soon. I do have a live in the making or in my plans for May 20th. So mark your calendars. But anyway, let's get into this. I'm looking through trying to find something that might be fun. So today's article, the article that we're reading today, is people are using AI to write wedding vows, which doesn't really surprise me. People have been using AI for everything these days. So writing some wedding vows, it's not too shocking, right? But it is a little interesting because if you know what wedding vows are, or even if you don't, wedding vows are a way for the bride and the groom to show their appreciation and love for each other. So they typically write these down. Maybe they take a little bit of time to write these and try to express how much that they care for one another. And they share that at the wedding before they say I do to each other. So before they agree to be married. So it's kind of interesting that they are trying to take away that personal aspect that you would get from writing your own vows, right? I think that's very interesting. Okay, so the first thing that I usually tell my students to do is to look at the picture. Look at this picture and think about how you might describe this picture. Take a minute, you can pause the video or wait to hear what I say as well. So here's what I would say. So this is our beautiful bride. And over here, we have our handsome groom. And in the middle, we have our celebrant, which might be a minister or a pastor. It's just someone that officiates the wedding or makes it official. They will become husband and wife. It is a beautiful day outside for a wedding. They are having an outdoor wedding. It's very nice. I think that would be a very lovely occasion. You may have other ways to describe this, but those are some things I might say. And if you have some other ways you want to share about this, you're welcome to leave those in the comments below. You can also leave comments about anything from today's lesson, and I will try to give you some feedback or correct you if you would like. Okay? All right, let's move on. So it has exercise 1. That's what I love about these articles is that they have vocabulary that you can learn. They have practice, questions. These are really amazing. So anyway, I will start with the vocabulary and we'll talk a little bit about it. So let's look at number 1, struggle. To struggle is to experience difficulty dealing with or handling something. So if you're struggling, you're having a difficult time or a hard time doing something. The example here is some people people struggle with fatigue. And if you don't know fatigue, this just means that some people struggle with feeling really tired or with fatigue for months after recovering from COVID-19. Yeah, I know I did. That's very true. So you can struggle with anything. You can struggle with learning English. You can struggle with carrying groceries into your home. Try to use all of these words in a sentence. The second one we talked about already, but this is vow. And if you remember from before, we said that vows are promise or a statement that the bride and the groom make to each other to show their love and appreciation. All right, our next one is personal. Personal. This means relating to one's private life, relationships, etc. So, Michelle Obama's personal memoir. A memoir is a story that a person writes about their own life, okay? So Michelle Obama's personal memoir, which the name of her book is Becoming, that's why it's in the quotations, became a bestseller within weeks of its release. So within weeks of this book coming out, it was a bestseller. Celebrant. We talked about this before. Do you remember what it means? You got it. A celebrant is a person who performs a religious or other ceremony. So just like I mentioned, could be a priest, a pastor, minister, someone like that. They perform a religious or other ceremony. They officiate the wedding. Let's keep moving. Our next word is genuine. Genuine means honest and sincere, and really those are synonyms, so you can use them the same way. Honest, sincere, genuine. People like to use those words together. For example, it's hard to tell if he's truly sorry for what he did, but his public apology seemed genuine to me. Genuine. Yeah, seemed very sincere. The next word we have is humanity. Humanity is basically just us humans, right? Talking about all humans or just the state of being a human. So usually we use it to talk about when we're talking about everyone. So for example, climate change is the greatest threat humanity has ever faced. So that's the greatest threat that all of us have faced. All right, it's time for the actual article. Read through the article and explain anything that I think might be confusing. Okay, so let's try it. Again, the title is People Are Using AI to write wedding vows. Writing a good speech takes lots of practice, and especially for an important event like a wedding, thinking of the perfect speech can be stressful. So why not ask artificial intelligence to write your speech for you, like a woman in the US did? Elise Nugent was struggling to write her wedding vows when a friend recommended she try ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a computer program that you can ask to write things the same way you might ask a person. It uses AI to understand what you say and gives you answers that are as human as possible. Thinking it was a joke, Nugent asked ChatGPT to write wedding vows for her, but she was surprised to find she liked parts of what ChatGPT wrote. After changing some of the information to make the speech more personal, she decided to use a lot of what ChatGPT had written for her wedding. Nugent said using ChatGPT to make her vows was less stressful than writing them herself, and the program was very good at thinking of interesting speech ideas. Nugent isn't the only person who has tried using technology to help with their wedding. An American company called ToastWiz even makes speeches for weddings using the same AI program. Wow, that's pretty cool. ToastWiz says it will email you your wedding speech in just a few minutes. But Josh Withers, a wedding celebrant from Australia says vows written by a computer might not be as genuine as vows written by a person. Speaking to the New York Times, Withers said, "You'll lose the humanity, the moments that make us feel love." Oh, that's true. That's true. I agree with Withers there. I agree. You'll lose the humanity. Where is the humanity if you have AI write your vows? But I'm interested in what you guys think too. I would love to hear more of your thoughts in the comments, but I think that's very interesting. What do you think? Do you think that AI can be used for something like this that should be personal? That might be one of the questions at the bottom here. Here are a lot of great questions that you are welcome to leave some comments about. I'm going to try to answer some of these just for fun, and I will write down my answers. And then, like I say, I would love to hear from you also. So how did Elise Nugent come up with the idea of writing her vows using ChatGPT? So Elise learned about using ChatGPT from a friend. And you could say Elise learned about using ChatGPT to write her vows from a friend. All right, did Nugent change any part of what ChatGPT had written? She said she liked some of what was written. She didn't say all, right? So, yes, she only liked some of what ChatGPT suggested to her. Does Josh Withers like the idea of using AI for writing wedding vows? Do you remember? No. Josh feels that using AI would take the humanity out of writing wedding vows. I agree, Josh. You are right. It would take away the humanity of writing wedding vows and showing our love for one another. Very good. All right, so this is an even more fun part. And again, you can do this one on your own. I'll give you some suggestions, but these are really fun conversation starters. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, but let's talk about some of these here. It says, what are your thoughts on the idea of using AI to write wedding vows? Well, I think using AI to write wedding vows is a great idea. That's one choice, right? You could also say, I think using AI to write wedding vows is a terrible idea. So you can choose how you answer this question, but you can choose something like this. I think using AI to write wedding vows is a great idea because, and you can complete that, and that would make your sentence even stronger. So I think using AI to write wedding vows is a great idea because AI can help me find the words I'm looking for. Yeah, AI can help you find the words that you're looking for to properly share your love for your partner, right? What about on the other side? I think using AI to write wedding vows is a terrible idea because it doesn't come from the heart. It doesn't come from the heart or from your own brain, your own feelings. It's not as special and unique, right? The same person could search for wedding vows and get the same vows in different places. Maybe the bride and the groom could search and have the same exact vows. Then it's no longer special or unique to them, right? All right, question 2. Have you had a chance to use ChatGPT? I would love to know the answer to this. And if so, did you find it helpful? So you could say, yes, I have tried ChatGPT, or no, I haven't had the chance to try ChatGPT. And if you have, you could give an example. You could say, yes, I have tried ChatGPT. I found it to be useful or helpful. Number 3, have you ever had to make a formal speech? Yes. How long did it take you to write it? I have written many speeches. They can take a long time to write. That's my personal answer. But you could say, no, I have never written a speech. I don't know how long it takes to write a speech. A long time. No, but good. Number 4. Do you know anyone who writes for a living? Yes, I know someone that writes for a living. Or no, I don't know anyone who writes for a living. And you could give more examples for the yes. Yes, I know someone who writes for a living. My best friend writes for the local newspaper. Number 5 here. Do you think most writing jobs will be done by AI in the future? It's a tough one. I think no. I don't think AI will take over writing jobs in the future. I think using AI to write everything would take away the humanity of writing that we all love so much. That's what I think. I think that AI is an amazing tool, but it doesn't have the feeling behind it that you would get from your favorite author writing a great book. It's just different. But maybe you feel the other way, and I can give you an example of how to say that. Yes, I think AI will take over writing jobs in the future because it will be easier, faster, and cheaper than hiring an editor, a writer, staff. And that's possible, but I still believe in humanity. Okay, so there's more questions down here at the bottom. These get a little personal, so I think you can answer some of these in your free time. And like I said before, and I've said a couple of times, if you would like to share your comments, maybe we could go over those later. I can look at some of your comments and we can talk about them later. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I am going to go live. Again, I'm going live on May 20th. Mark it in your calendar. We will be doing an interactive lesson like this. I did just want to try this out and see how it went to get the feel for how people like this type of thing. I think it would be a lot of fun to do this together. So if you agree or you have other ideas for things you would like to see, please let me know in the comments. I do try to interact with all of the comments I receive, and I love to hear from you guys. So please reach out and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.